When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
To the ground with the back. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The short hands. It's Bird. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They go to the ground. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. And the Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. On target. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Off play action. Throws for the tight end. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. And the Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
How about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their 1st possession of the game. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority. in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air. It's Miranda. Makes the grab down the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds a man on the left. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown tie. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And the defense just has to do a better job in coverage in that situation. Down close to the goal line, you know it's going to be man coverage. You just have got to do a better job sticking on your guy, and the defender just simply got beat.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
To the air on first down. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Trying to set up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Flips it out in the flat. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team. The Canes send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The run from the shotgun. On the move at the 30. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Oh, he's got some space. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
From the gun, the running back has it. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Looking downfield, it's Miranda. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. It's a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
He uncorks one deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Hurricanes line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. They'll start this drive from the 42. Looking for a man. It's Miranda. Here's the pressure. And he left that one short. Tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Santiago. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Power football with the run. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Fires to the big fella. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. Down to the 48-yard line as he takes it away and takes it back to set up his offense. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Burr. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down. The Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Here's the handoff. Breaks into the open. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Leaves it with the running back. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. We wind inside 4 minutes to play in the half. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And how many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet here.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Under fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And the Canes will punt it away on fourth down. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Finds his big tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. Dropping back, it's Miranda. And the defense, Dave got him at the 27. After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. A great catch and run for 6.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment beat. Dang, you talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Leaves it with the back. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. And the Canes want to move quickly. Back to pass on second down. Looking down the middle. Got his man. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Just a short pass to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Second down, he'll throw it. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? Going for 6. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Are forced to settle for the field goal. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he's going to bring it out. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Back to throw, it's Miranda. Works the middle. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Give to the single back. Got the first down and more. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Here we go. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there on South Beach, and we've had a lively first half. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes that Alabama offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Going right to work up top. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Got the first down and more. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. To the ground. He's got it again. Turning it on. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Got it in the middle. It's Santiago. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to pass. It's Miranda. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Santiago. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's...
Touchdown time! Great job by the back on the option. If these guys wanted to make a statement, the statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense in.
There he goes! Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. They'll give it to him again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Bird. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Hurricanes are on the move. Motion from the wide receiver. Calls his own number. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's...
Tons of room in the middle. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Miami!
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
And the extra point cuts into the lead just a touch, 35-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Tough to beat Maction, gentlemen. You know that. Let's take a look at the highlights. Miami is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Oxford for some time. They're up 14 over Northwestern. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. Let's go! They're going back to the ground. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Miranda. Gonna take a shot. He's got it inside the 25. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. The Tide with the 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. The receiver on the jet sweep. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Trying play action. Dances away to buy time. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. There he goes to the right. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Hurricane. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. From the gun. Give on the inside. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. They'll run play action. Unloads to the right. Pass falls incomplete, but that was basically a free play as the defense was offsides, and this is going to be a first down.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
He pulls it and fires to the left. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Now improvising. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Man, you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Back to throw, it's Miranda. Hauls it in. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Maybe a bit of a gamble going for it on fourth and short from their own 46. Makes the grab. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So first down will open up the final period. The give to the tailback. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow at second and 7.
I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock.
Touchdown, Alabama! And the pummeling has started. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They have got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
Miami, 17.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. He's got it down the middle.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
From the gun on third down. On the run, still looking. Quarterback gets the first down. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. The Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man quickly. Makes a man miss.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's picked off, and another empty drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And a nice job by the defense understanding who their go-to guy is. That's the guy they want to feature. That's the guy they want to feed with good reason. He's a great player, but a great job by the defense taking away that primary read, making sure they don't make a big play.
Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down. Doesn't convert this time. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
And the Canes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to throw on 1st down. Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the 1st down. Let's see if they punt it away. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab, he's got a 1st down. Touchdown, Canes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
On these critical 4th downs, as a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the 1st down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. He's inside the 35. They'll spot it at the 34. Not enough for the first down, and let's see what they do on fourth. It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll immediately call timeout. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man downfield. Made a defender miss. Touchdown, Miami. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Here comes that Alabama offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page. They've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
Makes the grab on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Off and running. He's at the tip. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick.
And the defense gets to him and snuffs out the 2, and they will draw no closer here. Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.